Good morning, everyone, and it's such an honor and privilege to be among the esteemed dignitaries who are present here among them. First of all, a big thank you to Chakravarti Garu and all the organizing team for having me here, and so that US Pharmacopoeia can be a part of discussion for the pharma and the life sciences sector. I think I will start with giving an overview about the Indian pharma market, and Chakravarti Garu went through some of the numbers. So around 55 billion in total, more than half of it, around 26-27 billion is in exports, and then rest of it is for domestic. Sorry, 30 now. So it's more than 50% anyway in 30 as well, and 40% of the generics in US. So they come from India. 20% of the global generics demand, and also the largest vaccine manufacturer, and also India is the largest hub for approved manufacturing plants by US FDA outside of US. So that number is, I think, around 600 plus, and out of that in Andhra and Telangana combined together, we have more than 50% of the overall approved US FDA facilities in India. So what does that mean? I think that means that overall Telangana is playing a very important part in the Indian pharma market, and the projections are that this market will grow around 2 to 2.5 times in the next 5 years, around 120 to 130 billion by 2030. And I think all those aspirations, whether we are right now at third position in terms of volume or 13th in terms of value, and I think Professor Radhanna also talked about how we can drive more innovation, and so that we can rise up the value chain rather than only rising up in terms of the numbers and becoming number one in volume. So I think that shift in mindset also has to come, as India is already known as pharmacy of the world. And of course, the Ayushman Bharat, Bharat Digital Mission, Jan Aushadhi, all programs are supporting this mission and vision. But I think one of the basic things, as more and more global expectations around access and affordability is becoming more and more prominent, we should focus on one critical question: is are we having the medicines which are of the highest quality? So that's the only thing I think which can drive us up the value chain, and consistent quality will make us the leader in the entire global pharma market, which is around 1.5 trillion USD at this point of time. And I'm glad, Dr. Vinay, you mentioned about the DGEG and also the risk-based inspection. So thank you for that, because we need to talk more about the public health issues. And a few years ago and more recently, as we have seen, tragic lives of children have been lost because of this tragic incident, and that's again attributed to poor quality. And there may be multiple reasons, whether it was the supply chain or inadequate testing of excipients or multiple other factors which have eventually contributed. But I think while we talk about big numbers, and of course the theme of today's conference also resonates very much in terms of innovate, accelerate and elevate, but I think we should also keep on focusing parallel on doing the basics right, on having the right quality in place, so that we can make the medicine available at the right time to the right patient with the right quality. So that's very important, and as all of us know, quality cannot be an afterthought. It's not an act, it's a habit. So you have to inculcate that, and then in such a highly regulated sector. So that's the only thing which would build trust further globally for Indian pharma market. Dr. Radhanna already mentioned about startups and how Pharma is supporting, and I think the role of pharmacopoeias also has been very pivotal, whether it is regulatory harmonization or further building up trust in medicines, because the pharmacopoeial standards, and since I work for USP, and which is one of the most trusted pharmacopoeias across the world, we have been there for 205 years. FDA came in 1906, but we came in 1820, and that's also something to note for, because we have been there for more than 2 centuries, and quality and compliance have been one of our key focus areas, apart from the other things which we see in the landscape today. And I think technology already we have talked about, so I will not go into the detail whether it is AI or talking about advanced manufacturing, how it is impacting our day-to-day operations, whether it is in R&D or QC or manufacturing or report writing. I think every aspect of pharma value chain will be impacted by technology. It's already getting impacted, and you will see a more drastic impact in the next, say, 5 to 8 years. And I think then the pricing pressures, we also heard about tariffs, and that is an ongoing thing. While generics are out of the US tariffs as of now, but of course we need to move up the value chain so that we can rather than only focusing on the Me Too products, we can also have the innovative medicines. The other thing which is part of USP's 2030 strategy as well is the supply chain resilience. And I think in pharma, I would say if there are 1,000 products, so there are 1,000 supply chains. And for every ingredient, raw material, or RSM which we procure from different vendors, so we have to ensure that those are of the right quality before it is actually used as an input material for the final drug product, because eventually it goes to someone who is a patient, and that patient can be us also tomorrow, some of our family members, some of our friends, some of our relatives. So always keep the patient in mind, and think about the highest quality and compliance for any of the pharma products. So USP as an organization doesn't manufacture medicines. We don't regulate them either. But I think what we do provide is the science behind each and every step of pharma value chain, whether it is reference standards or validated methods. We do a lot of work with several public health organizations in terms of capacity building. In fact, we are training regulators as well, drug inspectors. We had several programs run in various states for training the drug inspectors. We also are in collaboration with Pharma, University of Hyderabad, and several NIPERs and the low and middle income countries, where we do a lot of regulatory capacity building apart from bridging the gap between academia and industry, so that the skill force can be well equipped enough before they are stepping into the industry. And happy to share that Hyderabad is the largest hub for US pharmacopoeia outside of US. Our headquarters are in Maryland, but there are only 2 lab facilities for USP globally. One in US and the other one is in Hyderabad. There are several offices across the globe, but the science runs only in India outside of US. So that's the beauty, and we work very closely with the US FDA as well. And a totally independent organization, fully science-based, not a part of the US government, not a part of US FDA. So I would close by saying that I think all of us are part of that process where we would ensure that excellence does not happen by accident, but it's a journey, and be a part of that process, not only just as professional, but also as champions of global public health. And that's very important, because always keep the patient in mind. Thank you. Jai Hind.